Hello, I welcome you to this video. In this video, I'll be showing you how to animate gates in Lumion. And at the end of this video, you will learn how to animate your gate like this. You can use this same principle to animate your door so that the door opens and somebody enters. You can also use the same principle to animate your sliding gate. At the end of this video, you will learn how to do all this. Without wasting your time, let's get started. If you plan to animate any part of your building, then you are going to model them separately and upload them separately to Lumion. For instance, if I want to animate this gate, then I have to model them separately. You can see as I'm hovering over it now, they are separate entities. So that if I get to Lumion, I will have control over them. Now, before I export this model to Lumion, I will have to delete this gate. I will have to delete this gate, and let me save this gate as a different file. So I am going to save it. I will save it as project. I will save it as gate or gate 1. Let's use gate 1 because the pedestal gate is also there, and on the option I am going to leave it at 1 backup. So I hit save. Now that file is saved as gate, so that when I'm exporting it to Lumion, it will be a different model on its own, so that I can have control over the pivot point. Okay, now that I've saved it as gate, now I can close this file. Let me close this file and let me open this. And for this particular one, this is going to be the main building. So I'm going to remove all these gates. I'm going to remove all these gates, and now I am going to export it to colloidal file now and hit export, and let me replace this. Okay, all right, so I'm going to go to Lumion now, and while I'm inside Lumion, I'm going to import that colloidal file I've just exported. I'm going to click on import and select that file and click on this check mark and always drop the pivot points around this area, and when you are done, click on this arrow icon. Here is our main building, and what I normally do is, if you look at this building now, it's sitting on the ground. It's sitting on the natural ground. Based on my experience, I don't allow my building to sit on the natural ground. If it sits on the natural ground, the reflection will not be interesting. So what I normally do is to move it up. I move it up by, let me select I will type in the dimensions. I normally leave it at 5.11. That is the vertical height. I raise it by 5 meter, 0.11. Okay, 0.11. That is it. Okay, so if you look at it now, you see that there is no gate. Okay, no gate there. Right. So while I can still see the building, I need to do something quickly. I need to snap this view. Let me snap it now so that anytime I happen to lose control, I can always come back and see my building. Okay. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to work on the gate now and try to bring it in. So let me go to Revit. But before then, let's save our work. I hit save as, select the same folder and give it a name. Okay, and save. The save now. So I'm going to go to my Revit now and open that gate I've saved before, and to go to recent file, I go to view, then select under interface, I go to recent files, and this is the gate I was working on before. So I'm going to click on it to open it up. Okay, this is the gate. So what I'm going to do now is, I've not saved this particular pedestrian gate yet. So let me try and save this pedestrian gate. Select it and isolate element so that what we have is only gate, and save it as gate 2. Okay, and on the option one backup is okay, and click save. So what we have there is gate 2. Okay, let me unhide it for now. Let me unhide, and I'm going to delete every other thing around it. I'm going to delete everything. And let me edit it. I want to remove this particular one. Okay. Let every other thing be deleted. Views. Let's leave out survey point. And let's leave out project based points. And every other thing should be deleted. Okay. And click apply. Click OK. Then let's delete. Let's look at what we are trying to delete now. Click delete. Alright. Okay, so they are deleted now. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move this base point to where I want to have my pivot point. Because if I want to swing this gate now, it has to swing on its axis. So for me to be able to have control at where it is going to swing, where it is going to rotate on its axis, I need to move this survey point to that point, because this survey point is what is going to determine its pivot point in Lumion. So very, very important. So I'm going to select this survey point and click on change clip state of point. And if I do that, I will now be able to move only the survey point, because if you do not click on this clip, it will move along with the model, and I don't want that. So I'm going to position it at the one of the edge like this, or if I like, I can position it at the middle so that it will swing around this pivot point. Okay, now that I've done that, let me look at it in 3D, and that is that. So I'm going to export it. Let's save it first. Remember, this is gate 2. Let's save our work so that we can always come back and continue our work. And now let me export it to colloidal file. Export and give it a name. The name is as it is, gate 2. Save. That is done. Then let's go and work on gate 1. Gate 1 is not open at the background, so I'm going to go to view, go to user interface and select recent files, and here we have our gate 1. Click to open it up. Okay, this is so now I am going to delete every other thing like I did before. Okay, now I've deleted every other thing. I'm going to go to the floor plan and let me also delete all this. Let me delete all this, and I make sure I do not delete survey point, views, grid. Okay, let me delete all this and try as much as possible not to delete your elevation. Let me delete these. Okay, sections, and let me also delete these sections. I don't need all these sections. Let me delete these. Okay, and this reference plane. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I want to move the survey point now, or the base point. I want to move the base point, and to see your base point, you can see it, you can always see it on the site. If you click on site, you will see it. Okay, so I'm going to select this base point and click on this clip state. Okay, so I'm going to grab it and try to position it somewhere here, maybe at the middle. Okay, that is it. And I go to 3D view and export it to colloidal file. Export, and the name remain as gate 1, and save. And let's save our work and be sure that what you are saving is gate 1. Okay, so let's save it. All right, it is saved now. Now I can go to my Lumion now. Let's go to build mode and let's try and rotate it a little bit. Alright. Then I'm going to go to import and select gate 1 and check this mark and simply drop it here. Okay, then escape and I'm going to bring in gate 2, this gate 2, and click on this and drop it somewhere there. Okay, all right, now I've dropped it there and let me try and rotate one of these and see if they can rotate on their axis. Okay, so I select, you can see this is our gate, and let me move it horizontally a little bit to here. Now you can see I have control over that gate now because the model is separate. Okay, if it's going to rotate on its axis, okay, you can see it is rotating on its own axis without having any connection with the building. Is totally on its own, and that is what we want. And if for instance I want to rotate this particular one now, it is totally on its own, it is independent of the building. Okay, that is when you will be able to animate it. If it has connection with the building, you will not be able to animate it. Okay, now that we have that in place, I want to make sure I position it properly. And let me move it properly to its place. You can take your time to move it to its place. Okay, then let me rotate it and rotate it to its normal position. Okay, that is the normal position. If I want to animate it now, I will go to movie and I'm going to go to record. If I like, I position it like that, position it properly. Okay, then click. Okay, now I've added a frame. Let me save it. Okay, now that I've saved it, I'm going to click on FX. Then I go to under animation, I go to advanced move. I'm going to edit and while at this point I am going to rotate it a little bit. Select rotate. Make sure what you have selected is rotate. and let this not be on 0, and pick the pivot point and just rotate it small so that it can have a keyframe. Okay, just slight. Okay, then move the time frame to somewhere, let's say about 1 minute. 1 minute is too much. Let's leave it as 0.5. Now we are going to fling it open completely. That means within half a minute, this gate is going to open fully. Okay, now let's play it and see. Okay, let me pause it now. Let's bring back the playhead. Okay, you can see from 0 now, you see the gate is opening. That is it. So that is how you can animate your gate. Let me start playing from the beginning. You see what I'm talking about. You can see it is opening. So you can work on the timing. You can spend time with it and play with the timing. If it is too fast, then you know how to reduce it. Okay, I want to work on the second leaf now. To work on the second leaf, I simply go to the site and move the base point to this end so that the pivot point will be on this end. Okay, and I'm going to go to 3D and export it to color file and give it gate 3 and save it. Then I'm going to go to my Lumion. I go to build mode and import gate 3, click to open and check that. Then you are going to bring it here alright, then click on this arrow. Alright, then we are going to go to where we can animate, and I'm sure before you start your animation you must have applied your materials. So I click on edit this clip and let's select this. Let's play it. Okay, that is the one we were working on before, and that is the clip. Let's click on edit and let's move the timeline to the beginning. Let the timeline be on the beginning, and while the timeline is on the beginning, maybe you just move it to somewhere and rotate this a little bit. Make sure you are on rotate. You just have to rotate it just light so that it will establish a keyframe. Alright, then you are going to move the timeline to 0.5 so that it will be of the same timing with the second leaf. Okay, then you are going to move it, you are going to rotate it at full swing. At full swing. Okay, let the swing stop somewhere there so that it doesn't block the pedestrian gate. And that is that. You are going to save it, and now let's play it and see. Let's play it. You can see the two of them are opening at the same time. That is it. But you can see that it is too fast. They are too fast, so we need to increase the timing. To increase the timing, click edit, and while this is selected, you can delete this keyframe and move it to something like 10 so that the movement will be slow. If I move it to 1, okay, let's see, or let's say 0.8. 0.8 is not bad. Then I'm going to rotate it afresh. I'm going to full swing. Okay, stop there. Then I also grab this. If I select this, and I'm going to remove this keyframe. Okay, while the timing is on 0.8, I'm going to rotate this second leaf to full swing. Okay, now a keyframe have been established here. Now I'm going to click on check mark, and let's play it and see. You can see that this one is a little bit more natural. The timing is a little bit more natural. Let's play it. Yeah, that is it. Okay, and that is how you can animate your gate in Lumion. And I hope this video helps you. If it does, don't forget to give me a video testimonial. Thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next video. Bye.